There's a lot of talk these days about what they call fake news. People not trusting the media, people not trusting the news. Our president even calls the news fake news. Let's talk about the danger in trusting the media too much or not trusting it at all. So, once the news was called the enemy of the people by President Trump. And that's an interesting term, because one of the most famous publications of all Western society was Friend of the People, a French Revolution newspaper by Jean-Paul Marat. Marat was on top of everything that was going on in France. He was very aggressive with criticizing the old regime, King Louis XVI. The old regime, French society as they knew it. He was aggressive. He actually inspired some violence, which may not have been a good thing, but it helped France progress. Found conspiracies in everything that the current king, Louis XVI, was doing. Publications like Thomas Paine's Common Sense, Birmingham Letters, and many others have played huge roles in the progress of society. Why do I say that? Because I need you to understand this. Doesn't matter how bad you think media is, and it is at times, it's a very important part of our modern democracy. One of the biggest checks on government is a free press. The people being able to say whatever they want to say. And organizing it in a fashion that is understandable and digestible by the rest of the people. Let's be completely honest. What are the jobs of the news media? Okay, it's to get information. It's to also interpret that information, because we're not all specialists in the bill writing process, or we are not all specialists in the causes and the strategic tactics of war. We all think we might be, but there's a lot of things that the administration does that we don't understand. The economy, war and peace, foreign relations. So the news tries to interpret some of the facts, because interpretation of the facts is a whole lot more interesting than just the who, what, when, where, and why of the situation. So the media has many jobs: to give you the facts, the who, what, when, where, why, to interpret the facts, because we're not all specialists in a number of things. If you're a painter, if you're a baker, if you're a construction worker, do you really know the ins and outs of war and peace, foreign relations, foreign economies, our economy, industries that we don't know these things. So the news tries to put a spin, an understandable spin on it. Here's one of the things that people don't understand. The media is not necessarily selling you facts. The media, the news media on television, is selling advertisements. That's how everything works. Radio, they need to sell advertisement to get paid. Commercials on television, and even on YouTube and online mediums, they need to sell advertisements. That's how the money is made. By selling advertisements, they have to get people to come back. That's why you see certain stations that are strategically skewed to one side or the other. And the reason why they're skewed is they're not trying to get everybody to watch, they're just trying to shore up their market. The media's role includes selling advertisements. When the news is labeled fake news, that's not completely accurate. They're not giving you straight facts, they're giving you facts plus some analysts, somebody's opinion, somebody's breakdown of those facts. And why are they giving you that breakdown? Because that's more entertaining, and that's going to get a collection of people to come back. They're not trying to sell to the masses, they're trying to sell to their group, which is big enough to sell advertisements. Think about it. Fox News is noticeably to the right of the political spectrum in the United States. MSNBC is notably left in the political spectrum of the United States. And that is distinct and on purpose. Actually, most of these stations actually have somebody who was hired to argue the other side no matter what. So everybody else can attack their arguments, take them apart, and it looks like, hey, both sides are being discussed. Here's a couple things we need to look out for. One, if you trust everything on the news, you're going to be getting a lot of opinion as if it was fact. One, you need to beware of the fact that you're not getting just facts. If you believe everything on a news station, you're going to get a lot of opinions as if they were facts. Two, if you don't believe the news, if you just simply write it off as fake news, that's just as lazy as believing everything. The fact of the matter is, people in journalism do research, they do interview, they do search out things to present you. Number three, the third thing to beware of is a thing they call yellow journalism. Yellow journalism is a problem because it can change. It's based on information I find now. It may not be complete, it may not be responsible, it may not be from an accurate source. But yellow journalism is not really concerned with public safety, accuracy. It sensationalizes a story. It may be a gross exaggeration of something that is true, but I don't want to be scooped. I got to get there first. Media whose sole purpose is to draw you to a video or article or website. It could be a shocking picture. It can be an attractive picture. It can be something that scares you. It can be something that makes you sad. But the whole purpose is to get you to go to that page and click that link. Funny titles, unbelievable titles, and sometimes inaccurate titles are often used as link or title clickbait. So please understand, the news is a very important piece of keeping our society what it is, together. It's an important piece of democracy. But yes, it's not selling you just facts. But it is lazy to think that it's completely inaccurate. If it's completely inaccurate, people are going to lose faith in it, never go back there, never buy it again, never click on it again. So they do have a responsibility to be somewhat accurate and give you information in a way that you think is either entertaining, thoughtful, intelligent, or the like. Be careful when we read and watch things. Don't be afraid of the media, just know what it is. It is facts wrapped in analysts and opinions. And yes, its purpose is to inform, but it's also to entertain, and it's also a business to sell advertisements. As always, I need you to like, share, and subscribe. Post this on your social media. It's a great place for it to be. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell. Ask me any questions you like, because we could tailor the next episode to your ideas.